Company Super Showdown, our 8th installment. I'm Scott Hunter alongside Casey Andrews. Casey, tonight, every Smash Wrestling Championship will be on the line.
I can't believe it's finally here. We've been waiting for Super Showdown. It's all come to this, and we are guaranteed a new women's champion at the very least, Scott.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Buffalo, New York, by way of South Korea, weighing in at 175 pounds, Young Jay Lee!
Young Jay Lee has been taking Ontario by storm, wrestling all across the province, and he is getting a tremendous opportunity to showcase his talents here tonight at Super Showdown 8.
You know, it's almost a flex to say you come from Buffalo. So much talent has come out of that city in the last decade and a half, and Young Jay Lee is among one of the best.
Casey, tonight is a night of debuts as we have a lot of new talents making their first time ever appearances here in Smash Wrestling tonight, and it begins right now with Zach Patterson. This guy is chiseled from stone, Casey.
He has an impressive physique. He knows he's got an impressive physique. You can see the arrogance all over his face, but he's got a very tall task ahead of him in the form of Young Jay Lee, who has performed in Smash Wrestling before and has impressed in Smash Wrestling before. And the bell rings, we are underway, and Young Jay Lee with a massive shotgun dropkick.
He was shot out of a cannon.
Welcome to Smash Wrestling, Zach Patterson. Here's 4 feet for your troubles.
In this match, we're going to see contrasting styles in this match. It's obviously the speed of Young Jay Lee and agility against the power and size of Patterson.
Absolutely, Zach Patterson. Very explosive in a lot of his offense. Young Jay Lee.
He got caught.
Oh my! Well, that's it. Match is over.
Power bomb right onto the apron of the ring. That is where wood meets steel, ladies and gentlemen.
And apparently spine as well. But interesting that we are opening with this contest, Scott, as this is a night where a lot of things could come to a conclusion, but we're also seeing things starting. Zach Patterson's journey in Smash Wrestling. Young Jay Lee trying to climb up the ranks and, trying to find his consciousness at this point.
Well, in Casey, you saw how fast Young Jay Lee was coming out the gate here at the opening bell, and in one move, the momentum of this match has shifted into the favor of Zach Patterson.
He loves himself, doesn't he? London Music Hall not quite convinced, but poor Young Jay Lee is on Dream Street. Oh.
And a kick out before the referee can even get into position for a count of 1. Young Jay Lee, I know he's oversized in this matchup, Casey, but don't take anything away from Young Jay Lee. Oh my goodness.
Did his head bounce off the rope there, Scott?
Took his breath away.
The size disadvantage is definitely something that Young Jay Lee needs to find a way to overcome. He's got a lot of sudden offense. That's the best way to explain it, is his offense is sudden, and if he catches you with one of his strikes, well, we could see the arrogance of Zach Patterson disappear very quickly, but right now he's just having his way with Young Jay Lee.
Gut wrench suplex, just launching Lee across the ring. Cover. Again, lackadaisical cover there, and a 2 count only. Casey, you've been in the ring with people in much better physiques than yourself. What is the strategy in those matchups?
Well, fat doesn't bruise, Scott, so that always worked in my favor. But in this case, you know, it's not necessarily a bodybuilding competition, but when you've got that much muscle, the power behind those strikes is immense. So what you need to do is you need to wade into that deep water. You need to survive the initial onslaught, because a lot of times these guys get tired. And if Zach Patterson can go, then it's going to be a long night from Young Jay Lee. My goodness. Uh-oh.
There's that much is ignited
Look at this. Oh!
Some young Jay Lee now firing back.
Oh, and a big boot right to the face. Massive chop there. Zach Patterson putting all of his power and all of his weight behind those strikes, but Myung Jae Lee looking to mount some sort of offense here.
But Casey, if Myung Jae Lee is able to weather this early storm from Patterson, I think you're right. Somebody built that size. Endurance becomes a question.
Part of the problem too is that basically with that amount of muscle mass, Scott, what you have a lot of times is lactic acid buildup. That's something that can really cause issues with the physique and with these bodybuilder types, where once the lactic acid builds up, their body starts to shut down, and then it's just a matter of Myung Jae Lee chopping Zach Patterson down, which he's trying to do here.
With those repeated elbow strikes and other leg kicks.
You see the mouth of Zach Patterson already hanging open as well. He's got a little bit of wind that he's sucking here. Oh!
There's the agility now coming into play for Myung Jae Lee as he's going to go up top.
This is Myung Jae Lee's wheelhouse. He can fly with the best of them. Going
and
again.
He gets caught again. And now he's in deep trouble.
Hold on now.
And Poison Rana. Poison Rana connecting, just planting the head of Patterson into the canvas. And a knee strike right to the face. Patterson might be out. Covered, leg hooked. Oh, and barely able to get that shoulder up.
2.9. Myung Jae Lee getting that knee pad down.
Exposing the knee. And this might be it for Patterson. Patterson, he's in a bad way here right now.
Yeah, but Myung Jae Lee is taking a lot of time here, Scott. You need to strike while you can, because this is what happens.
And again, he gets caught.
Picks him up like a baby. Oh, and a massive backbreaker.
How do you pick up babies? It peels him into the corner.
I'm not legally allowed to anymore.
German suplex with the bridge, shoulders down, kick out. Only a 2 count.
That was close.
As we take one more look at the German suplex, they're just dropping Lee on the back of his head and neck. I don't know how he got the shoulder up from that.
His head bounced off the canvas like so many basketballs I've seen in my time. All of them, actually, now that I think about it.
And now Patterson slowly bringing Myung Jae Lee back up to his feet.
You can see it though, Zach Patterson, you're starting to see the fatigue setting in a little bit here. He's not moving as crisply as quickly. Hang on.
Cover 2. Patterson again, just barely able to get that shoulder up, to your credit. I think you're right. I think he's starting to gas out here a little bit.
Myung Jae Lee up and over, and almost a no.
Again, Patterson able to get the shoulder up.
There's a perfect example of that sudden offense, Scott, where just when you think you have Myung Jae Lee where you want him, he changes the trajectory, and next thing you know, you're falling on your head.
Well, and that's the big thing. You can't hit what you can't see, and trying to stick and move is what Myung Jae Lee was trying to do. This, I don't think, is a strategy he wants to do now, just trading shots with a man the size of Zach Patterson.
Well, we've got to give credit to the chin of Myung Jae Lee, and when we speak of the chin, not necessarily the physical chin, although it is taking a beating as well, but overall the endurance that he has shown in this match, and it's at this point he's almost baiting Zach Patterson into throwing his heaviest strikes in a hope that he can eventually get in this position where he can drop him on his own head. Boom! Going up to the high rent district
going
now.
Back up top now.
This hasn't worked for him yet in this match, so let's hope that the third time's a charm.
Nobody home there with the stomp.
Uh-oh, Patterson's got him up.
Like he was nothing. Oh my goodness! Into a cover here, that's got to do it.
Oh my
goodness!
I thought that was going to be 3. Let's take another look at this as he went about 720 degrees right onto his face. Myung Jae Lee, he's going to be an impression on the canvas for the rest of the night. Talk about leaving an impression in Smash Wrestling. Zach Patterson, though, you can see that he's tired. He's in that deep water now. That lactic acid is building up. Those lungs aren't contracting.
I don't think it's going to matter right now. I think Young Jae Lee is out. I don't know how the hell he got his shoulder up after that.
It's also very, very hot. Damn near 40 degrees outside, Scott. Not much warmer or cooler in the London Music Hall.
Oh, he just got tossed like a pizza.
He sure did. I don't think that guy gets booked.
He's going to do it again.
Going for the second one. It worked so well the first time, but...
Oh, wait a minute.
Look at this now. Oh.
This is going to kill him.
We can't break the ring in the first match, guys. We've got a whole show we need to do here. Hold on.
Young Jae Lee!
Oh, my goodness, out of nowhere with that big Rana. And the knee.
Connecting again. And now he's been trying to go up top all match. If he connects with it, it might be over.
That knee is still exposed. Double stomp right between the shoulder blades. And that's it.
Young Jae Lee.
A hard-fought victory for young Jae Lee as we take another look at the closing moments of this matchup.
Up in the high rent district, it finally pays off. But let's not take anything away from the diamond. Zach Patterson showed a lot of potential, showed a lot of really impressive performance for the rookie. And I think he's got a future in Smash Wrestling.
Well, that was a great showcase for both of these men here. Young Jae Lee coming out on top, but yeah, as you see that sign of respect being displayed there to Zach Patterson.
Oh, Zach Patterson's feel. Oh.
There we go, you love to see that.
Absolutely. It's always good to see a little bit of sportsmanship, especially after such a hard-fought contest. Nothing like punching your opponent in the face a whole bunch of times, having them punch you in the face, and then you hug and shake hands.
Casey, still tonight, 3 titles on the line, including the world title inside of a steel cage.
It's been boiling for so long, and it's finally going to boil over tonight, Scott, and that steel cage, let's hope it's enough to hold Psycho Mike and Kevin Bennett tonight.
Weighing in at 175 pounds, he is the Catalyst Freestyle Champion, Carter Mason!
Carter Mason, the last time we saw him, he was sitting atop Brett Banks after taking him out with a steel chair as he makes his way to the ring here tonight at Super Showdown. Cocky as ever, Casey.
We just can't get rid of this guy. It's kind of insane that, it's the same old story with Carter Mason over and over and over again. He loses, and he gets more arrogant. I'll never understand it. And now he has a dinner tray around his neck, Scott.
To our second Smash Wrestling debut of the night as Amir Jordan makes his way to the ring, and I am excited for this one, Casey.
I'm looking forward to this as well. Amir Jordan, a man who shows a lot of promise between the ropes, and this crowd is already, the London Music Hall is very much on the side of Amir Jordan. Now, is that a default thing because it's versus Carter Mason?
I think it's a little bit of both. I was going to say, anytime you're standing across the ring from Carter Mason, you're automatically a fan favorite here in Smash Wrestling.
Amir Jordan bringing the London Music Hall to their feet. This is the energy that you like to see And it looks like it's already under the skin of Carter Mason here.
Carter Mason cannot stand, he can't even understand why the crowd here at Smash Wrestling likes everybody but him. He refuses to see that the problem lies within himself, though, Casey.
Look out, what do we got here? Amir Jordan, house on fire here.
And Carter Mason is unimpressed.
Now, if you're Carter Mason, you need this victory. You cannot let someone come into Smash Wrestling, get another win over you when you've had so many defeats in recent times.
Well, here's the question, though. Does he? I feel like we say that every time he's in the ring. He needs this victory, and he loses.
Yeah, well.
Yet somehow, I don't think he knows what he's going to do when he wins a match here.
I think you mean if he wins a match.
But take nothing away from the talent of Carter Mason. Take nothing away from the ability of Carter Mason. He is as good as anybody else he's been in the ring with. He just can't help himself.
Carter Mason is a terrific talent. Carter Mason gets in his own way. And I see it every single time with him where he has these glimpses of brilliance. Ring the bell. Here we go. The referee calls for the bell here, and we are underway. Not going to see a handshake in this one, I don't think.
I doubt it.
Amir Jordan appears to be in great shape. Carter Mason has put on some size as well.
Showing off the braids.
Now he looks like Pippi Longstocking, but that's neither here nor there. I wore one of those once, Scott. It didn't work.
I could have told you that.
Amir Jordan now getting some strategy from some of the London Music Hall faithful
That was
here.
Carter Mason's biggest fan in the front row there. As the two men now lock up, this match now officially underway. Carter Mason has a wrist of Amir Jordan trapped.
Here's the thing about Carter Mason is he's very adept. Like, you forget that Carter Mason is a very talented pro wrestler, but Amir Jordan just hopped right out of that arm wringer.
And again, Carter Mason just seems unimpressed with Amir Jordan. There, a nice snapmare takeover, and then now it's Amir Jordan back and forth. Now a little bit of chain wrestling from Carter Mason. We don't see that very often.
Oh, but he's matching hold for hold here with Amir Jordan, who is quick as a wick-up. That's a whip and a hiccup at the same time. That's what happens when your brain's going faster than your mouth.
Oh, disrespect being displayed by Carter Mason.
Oh.
Now with a right hand right to the face. And now he's going to put the boots to Amir Jordan. I think the chain wrestling is over from Carter Mason.
He was wrestling that chain all the way down to the ring too, Scott. So, I mean, we know that he's been training, but he's in firm control with that right hand. Carter Mason definitely knows how to throw a cheap shot there.
Oh, and a stiff headlock there from Amir Jordan. Shoulder tackle, dropping Mason.
Bicep right into the nose of Mason. Jordan over the top now. One-handed cartwheel.
So the pace starts to pick up here in this matchup. Nice arm drag again. Drop kick, just drops Mason down to the canvas. He's got to check his chicklets after that one.
Amir Jordan's got some hops. Mason on the ropes, reeling, literally and figuratively.
Clothesline there into the corner. And Amir Jordan looking to go up top here perhaps.
A little too much pandering to the London Music Hall. I know you want to leave a good first impression, but when you take your time, Scott, it can come back to bite you.
Carter Mason using the ring as a weapon, throwing himself in that top rope to take off the balance of Amir Jordan from that top rope. Down goes Jordan, and now Carter Mason in firm control. Snapmare takeover. Oh, and a knee right into the chest. Into a cover here, that might do it. Kick out there from Jordan. You saw the smirk on the face of Carter Mason.
Now the crowd chanting, "You can't win this."
I mean, that's got to be echoing in the head of Carter Mason in quite a few of his matches in recent history here in Smash Wrestling.
I feel like it's exactly what he hears in his own head when he looks in the mirror at this point. I mean, Carter Mason, he's been always the bridesmaid, Scott.
Hard whip into the corner there. Spine first, and Amir Jordan, he is hurting after that one.
You know it hurts when you can't even let your back touch the mat. This is a very put up or shut up moment for Carter Mason, because his losses have been to very established talents.
But they haven't, and I think when you're taking on someone in their Smash Wrestling debut, albeit someone the caliber of an Amir Jordan, you have to stick your flag in the ground. This is your home turf. You have home field advantage in this matchup. He can't afford another loss.
But let's leave it to Carter Mason to be the person to be on a losing streak and still underestimate their opponent, Scott.
Now a headlock just trying to wear down Amir Jordan.
Referee needs to keep an eye on that arm. Carter Mason not above slipping that thing into a windpipe choke.
And Carter Mason wisely has this hold in the center of the ring. No chance of a rope escape. He's got to get out the hard way, and he is. And a knee, though, right to the midsection, just dropping Amir Jordan.
Carter Mason is showing a lot more impact in a lot of his strikes. It looks like he's been working on it, but he's currently...
Amir Jordan picking up the pace here, and that dropkick sends Carter Mason reeling into the corner.
Shotgun dropkick, but Amir Jordan, it looked like he landed on his tailbone there, and he's got them back spasms just flying through his body. You and me both, Amir. You and me both.
Amir Jordan trying to feed off the energy of the crowd here in the London Music Hall.
Oh, and he pops up to his feet there. Might have used the last of his energy there with that nip up, but...
Up and over, lands on his feet though on the apron. Right hand there from Jordan. Jordan now going up top.
Air Jordan there.
Big time cross body into a cover.
Whoa!
Carter Mason will get that shoulder up.
Imagine you're Carter Mason and you lose to Amir Jordan, debuting Amir Jordan to a cross body just because you can't kick out because it was that good. That almost happened.
It nearly did, and Amir Jordan's got to stay on Carter Mason here, though, and he is. That whip reverse now. Carter Mason sending Amir Jordan to the outside.
We're going to see Mason fly here. It's very rare that we actually see Carter Mason take to the sky, but there he goes and down, picture perfect.
Yeah, that crossbody there found its mark on the outside, and he wisely gets Amir Jordan right back in the ring.
You can tell Carter Mason's been putting in his time in the gym, putting the work in. Big knee.
Springboard DDT connects, and he hangs on to it. He's going for another one. He is.
Ooh, that one planted him.
Cover, two.
Jordan. Oh. That's the problem right there, Scott. Incredible. Let's take another look at this second DDT. Wham! Plants him through, but then right here, doesn't pin the shoulders. He just sits on Amir Jordan's waist.
I think you're right, Casey. I think all Mason had to do in that instance was get his full body weight across the shoulders of Amir Jordan, and he'd be walking out here with a victory. He still may. The damage might be done here.
The object of professional wrestling is to pin your opponent's shoulders to the mat.
Oh, hang on!
Amir Jordan stacking him out.
Kick out. Ooh! Carter Mason took his eye off the ball for just a moment, and that moment was all Amir Jordan needed.
I think that boot caught Mason right on the ear, and here he comes! Suicide dive, right on point.
That just dropped Mason. Amir Jordan feeding off this crowd. Oh! He might just...
His legs just gave out under him there. Is Jordan going to look to go up to the high rent district once again? He is exhausted though, Scott.
Amir Jordan seems to be lining up Carter Mason here.
Rolls through into a neck breaker. Well done.
Legs hooked, shoulders down. Mason able to kick out again from that neck breaker.
I am as shocked as Amir Jordan here as we take another look. Rolls through. Beautiful neck breaker using all of that momentum.
It was, but you see after these big moves, Amir Jordan just unable to capitalize. Damages, a lot of damage has been done in this match with that knee.
Right to the chin.
Yeah, connecting right on the jaw. As Mason creates some space for himself, trying to slow Amir Jordan down.
Carter Mason now out to the apron of the ring. He's broken the plane, so he cannot lose out there.
Amir Jordan, I don't think Amir Jordan has any idea where he is right now.
Yeah, well, if you don't know where you are, you can't know where your opponent is. Big, whoa! Caught him out of nowhere.
That was just a massive collision in midair, both men down.
Let's take another look at this. It's Carter Mason here. Lifted from the top and then a massive drop kick. Both men are down here.
Signs of life from Amir Jordan.
Now, if you're Carter Mason, you don't want a double count out either. You want to get a W on the board, Scott. Super Showdown is very much a great reset for Smash Wrestling. This is an opportunity for new beginnings, as we're seeing here for these debuting competitors, but it's also an opportunity for someone like Carter Mason to reverse his fortunes. But at this point, it's starting to look a little rough.
Well, this is the big show, Casey. This is where you want to pick up the victory. This is where you want to go down in the history books, in the win column.
And if you're Amir Jordan, this is a good way to get on the board here. Oh, man. Was Mason just thumbing the eye there?
Well, Mason now getting the head of Amir Jordan, stuck in the top rope and kicked right in the face.
When your head and neck are trapped like that, they drive into the turnbuckles.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
I don't know how Amir Jordan was able to kick out of that maneuver.
That had to be a 3.
It looked like Mason was attempting to do a sunset flip there, but just a crash landing on the head of Amir Jordan, and he's still kicked out.
And the crowd, I think they've switched to "you can't finish," which is starting to look a little bit correct at this point, Scott. Mason going for that super kick. Jordan rolls through. Wow. Lots of power behind that double sledge to the arm.
Double takedown into cover here. 2. Almost.
Ooh.
Jordan able to bridge out though at the last moment. Now Amir Jordan wheeling the body of Carter Mason. Oh, now the referee gets sandwiched in the corner there. Oh, now he's got a hold of that championship chain.
Oh, come on!
Right to the face of Amir Jordan.
A dinner plate right to the skull, and then a super kick.
And is that enough to do it?
2, 3.
It is.
Yeah, all right, sure. Let's well, you gotta win, Scott, I guess, for whatever that's worth.
By hook or by crook, honestly, Casey, I don't blame him. I understand why he did it. I wouldn't expect anything less of Carter Mason. We take one more look here at that final blow, that super kick right to the chin.
But let's not forget that there was also a dinner plate right across the head of Amir Jordan that led to that super kick.
A freestyle championship. Carter Mason won in New York, bringing it across the border and using it as a weapon to assist him in this victory here at Super Showdown.
Well, all that shows me is that Amir Jordan was, in my opinion, the better man tonight, Scott. He may have gotten a victory here, but Carter Mason still has a lot of making up to do for the crap that he's pulled. Steve Argentero better have his running shoes on, Scott. Jake Something's back.
Well, we talked a lot about in that last match about how Carter Mason needed a victory. No one in Smash Wrestling needs a victory more than Jake Something. He is winless since his debut here in the company.
Still looking for that initial victory. He's taken a little bit of time off to reevaluate, and he is back and looking to make a statement on the biggest show of the year.
Yeah, there is no better time, no better place to make a statement than right here tonight at Super Showdown. But he is facing a man, Casey, that is on an absolute roll here in Smash Wrestling.
When you think of momentum, when you think of positive momentum, you think of the V guy.
Vertigo riding a wave of momentum into tonight's matchup, but he is facing a very pissed off Jake Something.
I would not want to be Von Vertigo tonight. I wouldn't want to be Von Vertigo most of the time, but especially tonight when you're standing across from a human refrigerator like Jake Something.
Jake Something is staring at Vertigo like he's dinner.
I mean, he might be. Von Vertigo getting ready for another trip to Europe if he survives this.
That is a big if.
He's been a world-traveled competitor over the last couple of years. Faced some incredible talent, including the Pacific Northwest's finest in Artemis Spencer back at the Northern. And the bell rings, we are underway, and Jake Something is already setting a pace. You can just see in his movement, Scott. He is not in a mood to mess around.
Just sizing up Von Vertigo right now, but also not wanting to rush into anything, not wanting to rush into any mistakes here. He can't afford one.
Vertigo is very good at using his opponent's momentum against them, and this is something that Jake Something has a lot of, is momentum.
Well, and Vertigo, I think we say almost every match that he's in that Vertigo is going into the match the underdog. I don't think that's the case here tonight. He might be oversized in this matchup, but like I said, that wave of momentum that he's on, underdog no more. Vertigo is no longer Canada's best kept secret. Vertigo has been winning matches and making a name for himself all over the world.
On paper, Von Vertigo would be an underdog. You would take a look at his size, you would take a look at his build, and you would say, well, I mean, on paper, yeah, absolutely. But Von Vertigo is a very smart professional wrestler. He's a thinking man's competitor, and he's probably been watching a fair bit of Jake Something to get ready for this. He's very studious, so underdog on paper, but not necessarily in reality.
It's Jake Something who just... You cannot prepare for a man this size. And a man that size that moves that fast.
Yeah, we talked about Young Jay Lee being a sudden competitor offensively, but Jake Something.
Jake Something is an absolute freight train. And Vertigo, he might be hurt.
And the Smash Wrestling crowd, I mean, when Jake Something first started coming around, they were kind of on his side, but it appears that through the last little while, they've cooled on Jake Something a little bit.
Well, yeah, when you assault a member of the Smash Wrestling staff, that usually does it.
He had it coming.
Irish whip into the corner there. Vertigo able to get that boot up.
Looking to use that spot.
He just caught him out of a moonsault. Vertigo able to wiggle his way out.
Here we go again. Looking to tenderize Von Vertigo here. I don't think it was possible, but I think Jake Something has gotten bigger since the last time we've seen him, Scott.
And it's just, how do you prepare for someone like Jake Something? Nice leg sweep there.
There you go. That's what we're talking about. Von Vertigo using Jake Something's momentum against him.
Only a 1 count, though, in KC. To Vertigo's point here, the size difference is exactly the same when you're lying flat on your back.
But we've seen something here from Von Vertigo over the last year. We've seen an intensity. And, well, he's got body slammed into pudding, but, you know, you saw it in the match with Axel Tischer, where Von Vertigo would not give up, and he gave everything he had in that match. And I think that awakened a killer instinct in Von Vertigo, because we've seen an edgier, harder hitting Vertigo since then.
Well, and I think in that matchup, Vertigo realized something in himself that he didn't know existed. He realized he could hang.
Yeah.
He realized he belonged.
Now he's just trying to chop down the big tree that is Jake Something, and a right hand stops that immediately.
For a long time here in Ontario, Vertigo was always seen as a tag team competitor, or someone that you'd throw into a multi-man match that's always going to excite the crowd. Now he has stepped into his own. He belongs here. He belongs at the biggest show here at Super Showdown.
Well, and credit to Vertigo, he went out and took it. He wanted that respect. He wanted that recognition. He flew around the world. He got better, and then he came back. And now he's right where he should be, in a statement-making position.
Wait, you heard the crowd chanting for a body slam, and Jake Something refusing to give it to them.
Yeah, wrong guy.
Cover, 2, kick out. Of course, those fans are referring to the challenger in our main event tonight, Psycho Mike, who will be stepping inside a steel cage where he can finally get his hands on the champion, Kevin Bennett.
The mind shudders at the idea of Psycho Mike locked in a steel cage. Usually it's padded.
Well, now he's got a sign.
Oh,
I just
come
ripped
on.
the sign that a fan brought.
It's clear that that was worked on for minutes, Scott. Minutes. Oh, and he's feeding it.
Now he's making Vertigo eat it.
There's a lot of protein in cardboard.
I've heard him making someone eat their own words, but he's making them eat someone else's. Now Vertigo rolled inside the ring. Jake Something has no remorse for what he's doing to Vertigo, what he's doing to the fans, what he does to management.
Jake Something's arms are the size of Von Vertigo's legs. That's overwhelming.
And Jake Something just taking his time with Vertigo. In no hurry, in no rush, just a methodical pace to this matchup.
And we talked about it earlier, taking your opponent's best, wading into those deep waters, but in this case, that may be more than Von Vertigo was expecting.
And now just putting the boot right to the back of the head and just grinding it into the canvas. Oh, the official now exerting his own body.
Better be careful. Jake Something's not above putting his hands on anybody that he feels is disrespecting him here. Oh, just a massive right hand.
Launching Vertigo into the corner. Jake Something now. Oh my goodness.
You know, Scott, there are times when I think to myself, I got one more run in me. I could get back in there. I could get the old tights on, and then I see something like that, and I'm good sitting next to you.
I was going to say it is much safer on this side of the announce booth.
Still chanting body slam, though.
Well, this match might be over. The official is that Vertigo's rolled to the outside after being basically hit by a car.
Referee's at 3. Von Vertigo is trying to find his midsection.
And Jake Something does not want to count out victory.
Oh.
He has been waiting for this moment for quite some time.
Oh! Just chopped the post. That just took one of the weapons away from Jake Something, at least for the moment.
That might be the mistake Vertigo was looking for. But he got caught.
Oh!
Vertigo had it scouted. Now launching Jake Something face first into that ring post.
There it is. Von Vertigo using his opponent's momentum once again to bounce his head off the steel ring post and get a little bit of distance between himself and Jake Something, which is much needed at this point in the contest.
And now it is Vertigo in the ring while the official counting out Jake Something on the outside, and Jake Something able to get back in as well. This match continues.
Something is reeling. Vertigo may not even be in the building anymore. Going for that shoulder block again.
Ooh! Oh, you heard the shot from that kick right to the face. Vertigo now.
Going for a half and half?
Yeah, what's he going for here? Eating an elbow, though. Springs up. Kick right to the back of the skull of Jake Something.
I think the elbow may have just glanced off of Vertigo's forehead there.
And now Vertigo, he's wearing down Something. Perhaps going for a crossface here. Jake Something trying to fight his way out of it.
Those strong shoulders.
Oh! And a Gargano escape locked in.
Wow. Oh, Jake Something just tried to put Vertigo's head through the mat. It's one way to get out of that.
Jake's Something. I don't know how he made that look easy.
Probably
Vertigo
was.
pulling out a submission from his bag of tricks from the history here in Smash.
There it is again.
Well, that DDT just planted Jake Something.
Von Vertigo using that momentum as he does.
Well, and that's what this does. It creates space. It creates an opening for Vertigo. Can he take advantage of it?
Vertigo's one that he thrives in that deep water, as
He
you start to
just
see.
absolutely launched himself over the top rope, taking out Jake Something. And now Jake Something just trying to crawl his way away from Vertigo.
I mean, at this point, I think Jake Something was a little bit shocked by what's transpiring here, Scott. He was expecting an easy night at the office. He must not have been watching his V-Guy tapes.
No, and Vertigo now is sending the buckles, but he got caught just goozled by the throat from Jake Something. Jake Something's going to meet him up there.
Ooh, Vertigo drops. Boot to the forehead. Jake Something is down.
Down goes Something, up goes Vertigo.
Vertigo is in the high rent district here looking for that Vonton. Got all of it.
He drills him with it.
And the Shining Wizard to follow. Could this be it?
Vertigo into the cover.
Two, no.
Oh, and the foot of Jake Something. Making its way to the bottom rope. We should take one more look at this Vonton.
Perfectly executed right into that shining wizard, which is usually the exclamation point, but the size of Jake Something played to his advantage on that one,
yeah,
Scott.
that was just victim of circumstance there if you're Von Vertigo. A great ring awareness being displayed there from Jake Something, knowing how close he was to those ropes.
Now, some of Jake Something's losses in Smash Wrestling have been because of underestimating his opponent. Sometimes he gets caught. Do you think that's the case in this situation? He's underestimated Von Vertigo, and now he's reeling on Dream Street. Oh, hold on now.
Well, Jake Something just caught him and placing him on that top rope there. I don't know if it's so much underestimating Von Vertigo as to how do you prepare for someone who moves that fast.
Oh my goodness, but Jake Something just using that sheer power up onto his shoulders. DVD!
Death Valley driver, planting Vertigo, cover two. Vertigo able to get that shoulder up, and that is the fighting spirit of Vertigo as we take one more look here at that Death Valley driver.
Oh, that one was whip fast. Both men now. That deep water comes quick, Scott, and
there is no quit in Von Vertigo.
Nope. At this point, Von Vertigo, he's got his eyes set on one thing and one thing only, and it's whoever is coming out of tonight as the Smash Wrestling champion.
Well, this is why Vertigo has earned himself so many fans across the world. He cannot help but get behind someone like Von Vertigo that takes a licking and keeps on ticking. He keeps fighting.
Well, he's about to get powerbombed right out of his shoes if he's not careful.
Oh, he can't even stand.
This is smart, though. He's anchoring himself to Jake Something, making Jake Something use more of that strength.
But Jake Something.
Oh, hold on now.
Power bomb. Vertigo trying to fight his way out of it.
Falls down.
Or just shoved in the corner there. And again, using Jake Something's momentum against him. Vertigo now lining him up, measuring him up for that shining wizard.
One more time. Could this be the kill shot? Lines it up.
Oh, he got caught right by the throat.
Jake Something.
Yeah, he looks like a man possessed, and he just punched right through the face of Vertigo.
There was malice and frustration in those eyes. Months and months of build-up. And a sit-out powerbomb. Good night. Von Vertigo.
Vertigo kicks out. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God. Taking a look at this here as straight through the mat, Von Vertigo bounced. And it just was not enough. What do you got to do to this kid?
Lesser men have perished to that very maneuver. And Von Vertigo somehow, again, finding a way to stay in this match.
But one thing that is a danger for Vertigo here is the more that he kicks out, the angrier Jake Something gets. And when a man that big is that angry, endurance doesn't matter.
Oh, he's looking to just do it again, but Vertigo reversing it, legs,
stacks
cover,
up.
two. Jake Something able to get those shoulders up.
Been there one too many times with these quick roll-ups. Jake Something needs to get, well.
And again, the knockout blow from Jake Something.
I think Von Vertigo's teeth just landed in Sebastian Suave's birthday cake.
Vertigo, he might be out here. You see his body just convulsing on the canvas.
You know, the chin of a human being only has so many knockouts
roll
in it.
Up, wait, roll up, two.
They got him!
Von Vertigo steals one.
Holy cow, Scott. You better get out of there, V-Guy. Get the hell out of that ring right now.
That is the biggest victory in the career here in Smash Wrestling of Von Vertigo. From the brink of defeat. Oh yeah, he might want to get out of the ring. Now Jake Something shoving the official. And Vertigo showing no fear.
Look at that. Looking to get a handshake here.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The disrespect from Jake Something, but he's, I mean, I don't even know what to say about what we just saw there. Von Vertigo managed to, and I'm not going to say steal one, because he out-wrestled Jake Something at the end.
Long Vertigo wrestles every match like it's his last.
Introducing first, from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing at 202 pounds, your father's favorite wrestler, Dan the Dad!
Dan the Dad making his Smash Wrestling debut, but he has drawn an unfortunate number in this Rumble, entering number 1. And Casey, the difference in this match versus a stereotypical Rumble is instead of throwing opponents over the top rope to eliminate them, you have to either pin them or make them submit. Much harder to do.
Well, if you ask Dan the Dad, he's already won, Scott. Get it? Because the number 1.
I got it.
It's a dad joke.
Yeah, it just wasn't funny.
Dan the Dad would be proud of it.
Dan the Dad waving to some fans here.
I think he's waving at us. Hi, Dan the Dad. Oh.
Oh, this is interesting. We're kicking things out with 2 debuts here tonight.
Introducing participant number 2, from Savannah, Oklahoma, weighing at 200 pounds, a Southern Flamingo,
Well, and this is what happens when the doors to Smash Wrestling are wide open. We got people coming from all over.
Well, the Southern Flamingo, Cody Lane, and Dan the Dad both making their debuts. And Smash Wrestling known for their multi-man
Just
matches.
throwing things at the official, assuming he'll catch it.
I mean, referees 2 for 2 there.
And using the official as a coat rack.
Are those zip-away shorts? What's happening here? Fun fact, Scott Hunter. Casey Andrews made his Smash Wrestling debut in a multi-man match. And won. I don't know who's ringing that bell, but they're not very good at it, Scott. But we are underway either way.
Well, as we talk about those multi-man matches, what is the strategy in a match to win those?
Stay away from everyone for as long as possible. Avoid as much.
Sorry, hang on. I don't mean to cut you off, but Dan the Dad is sipping a coffee.
I mean, I hope he doesn't spill it. He's wearing a white shirt. It'll take forever to get that out. Already into our first minute here. Dan the Dad finishing his coffee as we get our next competitor here. Is that a goat?
Introducing participant number 3, being accompanied to the ring by Bobby Jr., Bobby Orlando!
It absolutely was. This is the debut of Bobby Orlando. You saw Dan the Dad throw into the ring again, fans. That's not how you lose this matchup.
No. We've got a flamingo, we've got a goat.
We got a dad. Some unique participants this year in the Rumble.
I mean, that's understatement of the year. And Cody Lane fell for the oldest trick in the book as Bobby Orlando. Outlandish to say the least.
Now Dan the Dad's, now they're using the goat.
You've got to be kidding me here.
Oh, a destroyer from the goat, Bobby Jr.
Is Bobby Jr. a legal participant in this match?
I don't know, that was awesome.
Yet another.
Participant number 4, CPA!
Wait, hold on, Scott, hang on a second. Is this CPA or is this just a CPA?
This is the CPA. As we see another debut. And again, the characters are out to play here today in this Rumble.
I mean, we got rid of Litigator Luke.
Oh, and I see everyone else is can't hurry it up. Oh, that was his work shirt. Now he's got his go-to-work shirt.
Right, sure, okay.
As he trips Orlando. Dan the Dad now finished his coffee.
That was a half-speed 619 there.
That was slower than half speed.
Oh, hang on. The tie's not a clip-on, Dan the Dad.
That one is. And that drop kick launches Dan the Dad as the counter going down again. This ring is starting to fill up.
Dan the Dad knows how to cook a good burger, but CPA can cook the books.
I want you to change, but don't change. I want you to
And now business starts to pick up.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the fastest rising stars in all of Ontario, Mr. VP Vikram Prasher. You guys can all call me the Punjabi Prodigy.
Who gave him a mic?
This match is still going on.
Hey, Cody Lane, you better stay in your lane because you're not on my level. Hey, Dan the Dad, tonight I'm going to be the dad because I'm going to give you an ass whooping like you came home with a bad report card.
Vikram, this is a wrestling match. Get to the ring. There's only 60 seconds.
Bobby Orlando, you better book your flight back to Orlando because you're never going to come back to Canada again after I obliterate you.
Yeah, he's not from Orlando, that's just his name.
And CPA, you ain't got nothing on Mr. VP Vikram Prasher, and you're all about to feel the wrath of the Punjabi Prodigy.
Yeah, the counter's already going down. I don't know if it was wise for him to piss everybody off right before he gets in the ring with them.
I mean, and there's another one on the way, so...
That's Jax Williams now.
Introducing participant number 6, Jax Williams.
And Vikram Prasher getting stomped around.
Well, now business picking up inside the ring.
Scott, I have a bone to pick with you, as a matter of fact, as Vikram Prasher has arrived, as you didn't show up for work one day, and I had to do commentary with that nut job. Speed key here as everyone's just flying around the ring. CPA into Bobby Orlando. This could take a little bit of time off. Jax Williams with that drop kick.
Jax Williams just flying around the ring here in this matchup.
And Vikram Prasher back into the ring as the countdown begins again.
Yes, this ring is filling up quick.
Uh-oh.
It's Miley!
Participant number 7, Miley.
Hold on now. Oh my God, Miley just hit Vikram Prasher with a German suplex. That's the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
Miley is on fire.
Look out now, the ballroom blitzing. Up on Williams' shoulders. Oh, she spins out though. Going for an Irish whip.
Delta World Head Scissors sending Jax Williams into the corner.
And Vikram Prasher just grabs her by the hair and sends her flying.
What? How do you feel good about doing something like that?
Oh, hold on now.
Yeah, roll
One,
up.
two, three.
Vikram Prasher has been eliminated.
And she wasn't even one of the ones he talked a bunch of mess about. Oh, hold on now.
Introducing participant number 8, the driver, Joe DeMero.
Been a minute since we've seen Joe DeMero, Scott, but he's another one who's looking for his first victory in Smash.
Yeah, the driver here with a huge opportunity. This is a big victory for whoever wins this match, Casey.
But now if you're Miley and you're in there with all these guys, are you looking for a shot at the Smash Wrestling Championship or the women's title?
I think everybody in this matchup is looking for a championship opportunity of any kind. There is precedence that females can also challenge for the Smash Wrestling Championship here in the company, so I think you're right, she could be looking at either.
Oh, and just from behind, the driver got hit with a drive-by. Oh man, here we go.
Introducing participant number 9, Nick Brickhouse McGuire.
Brickhouse McGuire now on his way to the ring, going right after Orlando.
Built like a brick house, and he's ready to start hurling bodies.
Forearm shots there.
I heard his mom is one to be reckoned with as well. Massive back body drop.
I don't even know what that means. Brickhouse.
The less you know, the better at this point. But Brickhouse McGuire got the driver, middle of the ring. There are bodies littering the ringside area.
There's Joe DeMauro now in a bad place to be. Look at the power here of Brickhouse McGuire.
Not even breaking a sweat as we wait participant number 10. And there's only one guy left, Scott. And he's the biggest dog in the yard. The heart and soul of Smash Wrestling.
Introducing the final participant, John Green!
A Smash Wrestling original. This match has been competing for the very first time in Smash Wrestling here tonight. And here comes a man who competed in the very first Super Showdown, John Green.
And he's only gotten bigger and angrier since the first Super Showdown.
Oh, and he's got to have some kind of a grudge against Brickhouse. I don't know what it could be.
Well, and this is a match that we have seen once before, a year ago, and Brickhouse not backing down from the big man.
Stepping right up to him.
Well, that didn't do anything.
Well, it pissed off John Green. I don't think that's what he wanted to do with it.
Brickhouse daring John Green to
John-
swing on him here.
John Green is laughing off the chop he just received.
Oh!
And there goes one for Brickhouse, and that just dropped him.
Yeah, Brickhouse is not laughing.
And now John Green, he was the 10th and final participant to make their entrance, so now
Up and over, down goes McGuire. Cody Lane in now.
this is down now to the last man or woman standing a boot, just dropping Cody Lane. And one by one, they're stepping up to John Green, and one by one, they're going down.
Now that's the problem with all these debuts is they don't necessarily know that you don't mess with big John Green, 297 pounds, and he definitely doesn't like someone in formal attire.
But at the same time, John Green doesn't know anything about any of them either. And CPA getting the feet up there.
Oh, trying to get up to the top here.
That's one way to get up top. CPA pretty agile.
Oh, and there goes the shirt. He's got another shirt underneath. How many shirts is this man wearing?
Too many. Maybe he's trying to pose as a different person so Green don't hurt him. It didn't work.
It's a smart plan, but when you got crazy eyes like that,
Oh, wait a second
you
here.
are a target of big John Green.
Green launching CPA into the other participants in this matchup. And hang on from
Hold
behind.
on.
Here comes Miley. Oh, and he.
Oh, hold on now. John
Oh.
Green.
Miley not afraid to hit Green. And she's telling him to come on.
She's giggling. She's freaking giggling, Scott.
This chick's crazy.
John Green likes him that way, though. Uh-oh. John Green just slamming crazy chicks all over the place. Unbelievable. And here comes Jax Williams. Gets one for his trouble.
Uranagi there against Williams.
Line him up.
Yeah, John Green, you can tell by looking at his eyes, got something sinister planned here. Oh, come on. A senton.
297 pounds. Let's take another look here as all of John Green lands across two of these competitors.
Oh, and now DeMauro stacked up on the shoulders of Green. Here comes Dan the Dad.
Looking for a stern talking to,
He looked like he
and
was going for a hug.
John Green now.
Oh, now both men in trouble. Hanging on for dear life here.
Uh-oh, there go the glasses.
And DeMauro just kicked the glasses off the face
Dan
of
the
Dan the
Dad.
Dad.
He needs his glasses. He can't see without his glasses, Scott. Is John Green going to put the glasses on? Nope, they're gone. There are 8 competitors on the floor and one 297-pound bulldozer in the ring, Scott.
So far, only one elimination as Vikram Prashar was taken out. 9 participants still in this matchup. One fall. Excuse me, one person left standing at the end of this matchup.
John Green going for that big. Oh, out of nowhere, Cody Lane. That's classic flamingo behavior. I would know. They're all over my shirt, and he just hurled.
Did you just pop yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Cody Lane launched to the outside.
I've never seen a flamingo fly before. And I just thought to myself when he went flying that the southern flamingo that's one flightless bird, Scott. Listen, there's a guy named Dan the Dad out there. I need to get my dad jokes in while I can, but look out, this is serious.
Greed looking to take flight.
Oh my God! John Greed is a nightmare of a human being.
You see this crowd to their feet after John Greed left his. Listen to this
look
place,
at it
Casey.
here. John Greed gets a full head of steam over that top rope and down goes. That right there was a strike.
Down went everybody, and now Greed's just gonna pick one, throw him in the ring, and pin him.
Let's not forget, this is a elimination match, Scott, so
Oh, and Brickhouse.
out of nowhere with that discus punch.
Yeah, catching Greed right in the chin. Now it is Brickhouse and Jax Williams in the ring.
Brickhouse going for another suplex here. Williams. Oh!
Well,
Big
that's right,
suplex.
Brickhouse reeling. Oh! And a high leg lariat. And now he's directing traffic, telling
look
Greed
out
to go
here.
up top.
I mean, you don't need to tell John Greed twice.
John Greed looking for the 5-ton frog splash.
There it is! All of that one, 2 and 3.
Nick Brickhouse McGuire has been eliminated.
Brickhouse just got flattened, my goodness. That one felt personal. Like I feel like there's some sort of grudge here, Scott.
Yeah, Brickhouse.
That splash was so impactful, even Brickhouse's mom felt
But
it.
look out, Greed!
Super kick!
Jax Williams.
Trying to make a name for himself here, taking on the biggest dog in the yard.
Oh, and Greed caught him.
Oh! Sit out pile
He
driver.
just spiked him with a Rikishi driver.
Jax Williams has been eliminated.
Greed
That's
says
2.
that's 2.
John Greed not paid by the hour here.
Checking his cardio.
At this point, it's John Greed's ring, and everyone else is just trying to stay out of it.
We are now down to 7.
Oh, hang on now. Hung up in the ropes. Massive drop kick.
Yeah, driver now trying to put the pedal to the metal.
Ooh,
They
Joe
get
DeMero's
stomped
vertical
there.
is incredible, but oh!
Cody Lane just crushing the sternum of DeMaro.
All of that one. Hold on, CPA here.
For a roll, trying to steal one. And a backslide now. Shoulders down. And again, Lane able to roll out of it.
Now, if it comes down to Dan the Dad and CPA, do you think they would settle for a tie?
Hang on, did you see that trip there too? Kick out.
You're supposed to laugh. That was a joke.
I laugh at funny things only.
Well, we're not talking about the mirror. Oh my God, pile driver.
Nothing funny about that. Into the cover here, leg hooked. And that's it.
Jeez, CPA.
CPA has been eliminated.
Hit the showers. You got to take off all your shirts now. Miley.
I'm impressed by Miley in this matchup. She's not backing down to anybody.
Lots of chutzpah here, but she's about to get dropped on that fuzzy hair. Dan the Dad can't let it happen.
All right, he saves her. And now Miley and Dan the Dad teeing off on Cody Lane.
Seeing a fatherly beating like this takes me back to my childhood, Scott.
As-
Oh, God, Cody Lane. Ooh. And the Dad ducks underneath now.
Looking for, whoa, he's got him stacked up here.
Woo. Flatliner on the ropes.
A dangerous maneuver there. Now Miley.
Ooh, there
Spinning
it is.
Fisherman Buster into a cover here.
2, 3, goodbye, Cody Lane.
Cody Lane has been eliminated.
Cody Lane eliminated.
This is the team up I didn't know I needed, but oh, malfunction at the junction.
A roll up here. 2. He's got the tights.
Handfuls of tights, and the driver, Joe DeMero, steals it
Has been eliminated.
from Miley there. We're down to the final 4 here, Scott.
And Dan the Dad has been out since number 1.
Dan the Dad giving the Joe DeMero a tongue lashing here. Big chop there. And another.
Bobby Orlando, yeah, gonna join in on the fun.
Joe DeMero getting tenderized like so much barbecue. Oh!
They launched it. Uh-oh. DeMero.
Uh-oh is right.
Just back into a grizzly.
Oof!
And Green just trying to take his head off for it.
Look at this ring right now. Bobby Orlando, Dan the Dad, John Greed.
At a certain point, the less participants in the match, the harder it's going to be to get rid of John Greed.
At least they're looking like they're going to take on Greed 2-on-1 here.
Well, this is what they have to do.
Uh-oh, look out.
Matches like this, it's prison rules. Find the biggest guy and try to beat him.
Find the one that's not going to make you call him daddy. It's probably a good idea as well.
Stacking Orlando now on the top rope.
You haven't laughed at one of my jokes today.
Those were jokes.
Just like my career. John Greed has Bobby Orlando.
That I did laugh at.
Bobby Orlando on the top rope, high rent district. Uh-oh, look out now. Joe DeMero.
Yeah, John Greed, he's in a bad way here. Looks to be stuck as DeMero's trying to trap his head in the buckle.
And he's calling for Dad.
Uh-oh.
Father knows best.
Oh, we're going to look at the dad bod as Dan the Dad.
He's way too in shape to call that a dad bod, Scott. I would know. Oh, massive power bomb.
Dropping guard Greed there.
Hold on. Bobby Orlando up top. Huge elbow drop.
Orlando now into the cover.
Look out now, DeMero.
DeMero wants it for himself.
Trying to steal the victory here.
And he does.
John Greed has been eliminated.
DeMero's stealing an elimination.
Well, it's safe to say the favorite for this match has been eliminated, Scott.
Well, now we're down to our final 3. We got the driver, we got Bobby Orlando, and we got Dan the Dad remaining.
None of the men in this match that are remaining have a win in Smash Wrestling, Scott. Someone's going to get their first victory.
Boy, what a victory it would be. In a 10-person elimination here at Super Showdown.
Joe DeMero has been looking for a win in Smash Wrestling Ring for over a year at this point. Hold on, Bobby Orlando turning on his father. Everybody's father at this point.
Back and forth, Orlando and Dan the Dad.
Scott, you remember when Dan the Dad would sit you down on his lap when you were a kid and he'd get your hair and give you a stack of pancakes, take you outside for a catch?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Come on.
Dan the Dad's gonna stack up
Oh!
and drop Orlando.
And
that'll
that's
do
it. Disciplinarian action from Dan the Dad.
Has been eliminated.
That backpack stunner.
Or you remember that time that Dan the Dad took us to the zoo but wouldn't buy us those plushies?
Oh, would you stop? I have no idea what you're going on.
Oh, hold on now.
Hang
Look
on,
out.
cover. 2.
Joe
Kick
DeMero
out.
looking to steal one.
And Dan the Dad, again, let's not take anything away from him. He's been in there since number 1. He's been in there since the beginning of this matchup.
And
now
these
finds himself in the final 2.
These are our final 2. Talked to Dan the Dad earlier today. He brought orange slices for everybody. Scott? Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know how else to look at you anymore.
Remember that time you peed yourself in the food court and Dan the Dad cleaned you up?
You're just projecting things that you've done.
I like to have a catch with Dan the Dad. I'd probably do it afterwards at Winks Eatery there.
Dan the Dad, hang on, there's a wrestling match going on, by the way.
He's got work tomorrow.
He's got work right now. He's in there with the driver. Able to just set him into the corner. Dan the Dad now trying to pick up the pace, but up and over goes DeMero. Turning momentum, spine buster, planting Dan the Dad into the canvas.
And up and down, spike DDT. Could this be it? Joe DeMero looking for his first victory, and that is it.
And the dad has been eliminated. The winner of this contest, the driver, Showdown!
All jokes aside, Scott, this was a statement-making performance for Joe DeMero. He's been looking for a victory in a Smash Wrestling ring after coming in with a lot of fanfare, and it's finally happened for him. He must be on cloud 9 right now.
Well, Joe DeMero picking up a huge victory in front of a huge audience here in the London Music Hall. It doesn't get any bigger than what he just did.
Dan the Dad gonna go for milk. Hopefully we see him again and he doesn't disappear like he did last time.
Introducing first, from Sydney, Australia, is the Heartbreaker,
Shazza McKenzie with a huge opportunity here to win the vacant Smash Wrestling Women's Championship. The only problem is she has no idea, and neither do we, Casey, who her opponent is. It was originally supposed to be the champion, Nikita, forced to vacate because she just decided not to show up again.
Cool.
Then it was supposed to be Celicia Sparks, medically not cleared to participate due to a concussion.
Unfortunate.
We've been told a replacement has been named. No one knows who that is, though.
Now Shazza McKenzie looking to make the Smash Wrestling Women's Championship a World Championship and bring it down under, Scott. Oh, hang on now.
Horrendous. What was that? Irish?
This is interesting.
Dream Girl Ellie.
Scott, this is interesting.
It's not just someone that just randomly shows up to London, Ontario.
I mean,
and her opponent, from Tampa, Florida, the MVP of the 2023 Canusa Classic, Dream Girl Ellie!
and Scott, you heard it there. Dream Girl Ellie showed up and was named MVP of Canusa. A very fitting replacement for this championship match.
And with that, Dream Girl Ellie joined a list of a who's who at the Canusa Classic. And you're right, opportunities are earned here. And what an opportunity this is. Dream Girl Ellie, Shazza McKenzie, one of these two women will walk out Smash Wrestling Women's Championship. I got goosebumps. The match hasn't even started yet.
What an incredible turn of events this is, and Shazza McKenzie taking the championship. It's not that easy.
This is the first of 3 title matches on the card here tonight. In this one, guaranteed to have a new champion. Shazza McKenzie ripping that title from the hands of the referee. Not hers yet, but it might be by the end of the night. And Dream Girl Ellie trying to do the same thing.
And the referee's finally found a spine here.
Yeah, he lost it pretty quick.
Now
neither one of these women superstitious.
Clearly, yeah. Before the show, Dustin did tell the crowd that they made some calls and pulled some strings, but Dream Girl Ellie of all people. All right, here we go as we're getting ready to get underway. The bell has rung. Shazza McKenzie, Dream Girl Ellie, a new champion is on the horizon, Scott.
History about to be made here tonight at Super Showdown 8.
Interesting that Nikita shocked the world defeating Rosemary almost 1 year ago to become Smash Wrestling Women's Champion, went on a tear, and then defeated herself.
Well, I mean, that's when you're as arrogant as someone as Nikita is, I mean, that suddenly you have more important things to do than defending your title. Smash Wrestling Management finally had enough.
We've got a stalemate here. It's both women going for that lock up there. Go behind by Shazza.
And let's face it, Casey, this match is happening for no reason other than the fans. The fans deserve a fighting champion here in Smash Wrestling.
Well, in the Women's Championship, there's no shortage of competition in the women's division in Smash Wrestling, as was shown at the Canusa Classic, which you can watch on YouTube. Cheap plug.
But Casey, not only that, it's an open door policy here in Smash Wrestling. We have women from all over the world.
And that's it. The policy with the Women's Championship, with every championship in Smash Wrestling, anyone who wants an opportunity needs simply ask for it. And Smash Wrestling Management was fed up with Nikita not fulfilling these obligations, not being a fighting champion, and they finally had enough and said, game over.
Hang on, cover. Unique cover from McKenzie. Kick out there from Dream Girl.
McKenzie underneath, arm drag there. Now Dream Girl Ellie, both Shazza McKenzie and Dream Girl Ellie taking this match on such short notice that it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt some sort of strategy.
Down cover here from Shazza, kick out.
I mean, on Mackenzie's side, this is her third opponent in a week that's been announced for this match. How do you prepare for that?
Well, and the answer is you don't. You can't. There's no way. You rely on your training. You rely on your instincts. What a lariat that was into a cover here. New champion, no.
Dream Girl Ellie came into Canusa Classic with a bit of an edge, a bit of an attitude, but through her performance endeared herself to the Smash Wrestling audience and has become something of a fan favorite.
Suplex there from Dream Girl. Fans still to come tonight. Hang on, cover here. Kick out. Still to come tonight. Smash Wrestling Tag Team titles on the line in a tables match when TDT challenges Books and Looks. And then our main event, Psycho Mike, the winner of the Northern Tournament, challenges Smash Wrestling champion Kevin Bennett inside of a steel cage.
Oh, 2 feet right to the chest there, blowing all the wind right out of Mackenzie's sails. And I tell you, the winner of the tag team match is definitely going to be the fans, and the loser is going to be the table manufacturer, Scott.
Crossbody there. I think they're winners too because we had to buy a lot. Crossbody there.
I thought those were provided by the venue.
No, they came out of your paycheck.
I get a paycheck?
Covered, 2 kick out there.
Dream
from
Girl
Shazza
Ellie.
McKenzie.
Imagine coming in, being MVP of Canusa in your very first Smash Wrestling match.
And your very seconds for the title.
Like, the amount of pressure, Carter Mason would have crumbled 3 times already. Low blow, sorry. Not
prior to tonight's show, the fans had a Q&A with Shazza McKenzie. And in that, she revealed that wrestling, she used to put her heart and soul into wrestling. It used to be her everything until wrestling broke her heart, and now she loathes the profession she once loved. Cover, 2, kick out because it broke her heart. And tonight she has a chance to extract some revenge, not just on Dream Girl Ellie. I don't think she cared who her opponent was tonight. She had a chance to extract some revenge on the industry as a whole and steal a title away from it. Cover, kick out.
Absolutely. Just trying to prove people wrong, prove the business wrong. And she's currently in the deep waters here with Dream Girl Ellie. Savage fans here at the London Music Hall saying, choke her out. Chokes are illegal, folks. You mentioned the Q&A with Shazza McKenzie as well. It does pay to be a VIP in Smash Wrestling. Get your VIP tickets for whatever event you're coming to, so you get those perks, those Q&As, and so much more, because you get an insight into the people that are competing for these championships as well.
Now both women down. This title, for very different reasons, means a lot to both of them.
Absolutely. Dream Girl Ellie trying to become, trying to live that dream and win a championship in only her second match in Smash Wrestling. Shazza McKenzie wants to win the championship almost out of spite.
And what a meteoric rise that would be for Dream Girl Ellie. We didn't even know she was going to be in the building tonight, much less competing for a championship. She could walk out of here with a title and shock the fans of Smash Wrestling. She could shock the world here today.
I mean, the fact that she came all the way from Orlando just for this opportunity shows her dedication to the industry, and the championship opportunities don't come often, so you got to take them. You got to get there by hook or by crook. McKenzie now, ooh, big knee across the shoulders.
Well, now Dream Girl is in a bad way here as Shazza McKenzie.
Oh,
just firing those kicks.
Oh,
right across the chest.
The shoulders, just blowing all the wind out of the sails of Dream Girl Ellie here. And one across the side of the head for good measure. McKenzie feeling it here as she's up in the top high rent district. Dream Girl Ellie looking for a timeout. Not going to find it.
Cover to new champion. No.
And McKenzie getting frustrated here. Dream Girl Ellie in a world of hurt after those series of kicks.
In championship matches, you need to control your emotions. You cannot let frustration take over. Both of these women are at the peak of their game right now.
Well, and this is an interesting scenario, Scott, because there is no champion.
Cover, two, kick out.
There is no champion's advantage. There's nobody here that can rest on their laurels. You need to fight until the match is over. You can't stop for 1 second, because that could be the fatal mistake. We've seen it a couple times just here tonight.
Casey, that is a fantastic point to make, but at the same time, it doesn't matter how you win this match as long as you win the match. In a unique circumstance, if you win the match, hang on, cover, two, kick out. Casey, if you win the match by something like, say, a count out, you're still the new champion in a match like this, because there is no cover. Again, new champion, no. Because there is no champion's advantage. You're right.
Imagine being the person that won a championship by a countout or lost a championship by a countout. I could never.
Missing with that kick.
Oh, from her knees.
Cover, two, kick out there.
Dream Girl Ellie.
There is precedence to that though, albeit not in professional wrestling, but in the UFC, Aljamain Sterling won the Bantamweight Championship by disqualification. So there are ways of winning titles. Big drop kick there without necessarily
Dream Girl Ellie
hitting her opponent.
It was almost
I don't know what that was, but it might get the job done. Cover, that will do it.
We got a new champ.
That might have just, I can't believe what we just saw. That might just be the biggest victory in the career of Dream Girl Ellie. One of the biggest victories here in Smash Wrestling we've ever seen.
She came in out of nowhere here, not even expected to be here, and she's walking out Smash Wrestling Women's Champion.
History has been made here tonight as we take one more look.
Massive drop kick, on point. And Dream Girl Ellie. Let's go down to the ring and hear from the new champ.
The shot will just kick a really big blank out of me. So you gotta, I can't breathe right now, oh my god.
You're incredible.
Alright, so I know in the little kid USA thing, I said some mean things. My bad, bro. But here's the thing. I wasn't even booked. For being this. I wasn't booked to be on this the show, and I am the champion now. So I will be here September 16th. And if anybody, and I literally mean anybody, has dreams of becoming the Smash Women's champion, that's going to be a whole new nightmare.
Dream Girl Ellie becomes the third Smash Wrestling Women's Champion in that title's lineage. And I can't think of a more deserving champion, Casey.
I mean, you cannot deny that Dream Girl Ellie came in as, an admitted underdog. She took this match on hours' notice, and just like her performance at Canusa, she delivered in spades, and then she grabs the microphone and makes it basically an open challenge to the entire planet, Scott.
Oh, she wants to give the opportunity that she was just given. Doesn't matter who you are or where you're from, you want a shot at that title. We now have a fighting champion willing to give it to you.
Dream Girl Ellie, your third Smash Wrestling Women's Champion. Much deserved for our new Women's Champion. And the celebration has begun.
That's one title that's changed hands here tonight. We got two more title matches though, Casey.
Hope everyone's affairs are in order because it's about to get really chaotic, Scott.
From a San Eustace, Quebec, the team of Matthew St. Jacques and Thomas Dubois.
Well, KC, you better hit the road because it's a bad day to be a dork. TDT on their way to the ring and they're ready to kick some ass and win some titles.
It's a little uncalled for, Scott, but low blow notwithstanding, I am terrified for what's about to happen to Books and Looks because, well, you and I got a little too close to the chaos last time these two teams met, and, we almost took a belt across the face. So,
challenge was made, table match, and this was not the first table match in the careers of TDT here in Smash Wrestling. They've been chasing these titles since before their existence, Casey.
From London, Ontario, and it comes to ringside finally. They are reigning and defending Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champion, Ronnie Matthews, Michael Grayson, and Love.
now Michael Grayson looks a little perturbed. I don't know if he's reaching his dark side or looking at his end here.
Tonight we are about to find out what the champs
Oh,
are
here
made
we
of.
go. We are underway. The bell is going, and no time being wasted getting into this one. These two teams, no love lost.
Well, no, and I say earlier I said that TDT's been chasing these titles since before their existence. And that's because the Smash Wrestling Tag Team titles came into play because of teams like TDT, the demand for it. Because of teams that followed before the champions here of Books and Looks. Teams like the Well-Oiled Machines, teams like the Super Smash Brothers.
Halal beefcake.
That's what these titles mean. TDT has never held those titles, and they want to do it here tonight.
TDT almost feel owed. They feel like they're the gatekeepers of the tag team division in Smash Wrestling. Smash Wrestling known for its tag team action because of TDT. The question I get asked more than any other, Scott, is, oh, there's a Smash Wrestling show coming up. Is TDT going to be there?
Well, and the answer tonight is thankfully yes.
Look at this now. Books and Looks have pulled the table out, so have TDT.
Yeah, both teams wasting no time.
Know what the business is here.
Credit though to Books and Looks. I mean, let's face it. These are the champions. They're underdogs in this matchup. This is the TDT's wheelhouse. This is their style. This is that brawl.
Well, and they're also the veterans in this as well. You know, you got to keep in mind that Books and Looks have about 5 years in the wrestling business, but TDT much more than that. Oh! And down goes both members of TDT with a table to the head. Unconventional use of the table, but it seems to have worked.
Well, and that's it. No doubt they came into this match with a game plan. And again, fans, this match, elimination rules. Both members of a team have to go through a table in order for this match to be finished. Oh, and St. Jacques almost went through right there. Oh! Grayson just ate that table right to the head.
Now, it is interesting to note as well, Scott, that just because a member of the team may be eliminated by going through a table, they do not need to go to the back. They can still compete in the match. It's more of a 2 out of 3 fall style in the sense that you need to put both members of a team through the table.
Clotheslines there taking up both members of Books and Looks. Rodney Matthews, Michael Grayson, underdogs when they won the titles. Underdogs throughout their whole championship reign, but somehow, some way, they find a way to retain those titles. This has been a tremendous reign, one that they should be absolutely proud of.
Well, hold on here, Scott. You're performing a post-mortem as if they've already lost the championships. Do not count Books and Looks out. I was the first one to be a skeptic of Books and Looks, but over the last year, they have earned. Oh, that's a $19 beer that, well,
it was.
Most of that's on the floor of the music hall now.
And maybe you're right, Casey. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. I mean, this match is still ongoing. They do still have an opportunity here, but...
Oh, jeez!
The odds of them putting not one but both members of TDT through a table here.
It's more likely that TDT would put themselves through a table. But my goodness, Michael Grayson just having the brakes beaten off of him here. It's interesting that Books and Looks opted to have Miley at ringside for this match. She wasn't present at the last one because of the danger involved, and this is arguably worse.
Well, but again, hang on, as now the fight has now made its way to the merchandise tables.
Look out there, there's a lot of money on those tables.
Yeah, and those tables also count. They are able to put their opponents through those tables to the merch table.
A table is a table is a table, and they're just making a mess over there. Not going to endear themselves to the rest of the locker room that way.
Garbage can right to the
God. What was in that? Is that ranch? What's all over?
Oh, garbage can lids right to the head.
Looks like Dubois is covered in some sort of dipping sauce there, Scott, as the garbage bit back.
This is one of those matches where anything is legal. The referee is only there as a formality.
I mean, we knew there was going to be chaos, but this is on another level. As trash can lids have been introduced, Miley doing the smart thing and staying as far away as possible from the action.
Not for nothing, that was a perfect throw of a garbage can lid.
It didn't land up here, and that's fine by me.
As action has made its way into the crowd, nobody's safe from TDT right now. It has been all TDT from the get-go.
We got a pair of trash cans now entering the fray. Trash cans are not tables, Scott.
We have fans running all around the ring seeking refuge from the chaos.
Do you blame them?
No.
I'm glad we're up here.
I don't even think we're safe up here, Casey. Right hand there from St. Jacques.
That was a thunderous right hand here, and Grayson is in the wrong neighborhood. Oh my God.
That was diabolical.
There are tables, there are trash cans, there is one very, very hurt Michael Grayson and two very, very dangerous men in the ring right now.
Trusting we want to say they're all over the place.
Now it's interesting to see too, because you know Books and Looks are London boys. They're from London, and it almost here it seems like the crowd is turning on them a little bit in favor of TDT.
TDT have always been fan favorites here in Smash Wrestling. It's because of their style. That street fight mentality that they have.
St. Jacques and Dubois. Oh, look out now.
Oh, this might be it for Grayson.
Hold on. Oh, Miley getting involved. Bad idea.
Miley saving Grayson.
That was probably the worst decision Miley could have made. It has been a rough day for her.
Miley, get out of the way. Miley, get the hell out of there.
Come on now. Oh, no. Scott.
Miley would just plunge into a table.
And the truck. Why are we seeing this again? My God. Oh, God, but this may be what Books and Looks needed.
Oh, yeah.
They are fired up, Scott.
They are pissed off now, no kidding. Equal opportunity from TDT as they plant Miley through a table for no reason other than they felt like it.
I mean, Miley did cost them an elimination, so we've got that precedent set, but TDT now all of a sudden find themselves on the receiving end of a very angry Books and Looks. Oh, drop kicking that table.
That table just went right into the face of Thomas Dubois.
St. Jacques has a garbage can over his head here.
Matthews going up top. Hang on a second.
What are we doing here, guys?
Wait a minute.
Okay, that is a long distance to cover, Scott.
Rodney Matthews going up top. Grayson going up top.
Oh, double coast to coast.
Are you kidding me?
This is why I say do not count Books and Looks out as we see stereo coast to coast.
And now we are finding out why those titles are around the waist of Grayson and Matthews. Books and Looks.
Grayson going for a table here.
Books and Looks are kicking things into a championship gear right now, as they set up another table on the outside.
And this is survival instinct. This is what happens. A man introduces himself to himself.
Matthews going up top. St. Jacques on that table.
Rodney Matthews through the table, the first elimination.
Matthew St. Jacques has been
Let's take another look at this here. Rodney Matthews risking it all with a big splash through the table.
And all of a sudden the momentum shifts. The momentum shifts in the favor of Books and Looks, the champions. They have the first elimination out of the way.
Somebody get out here and help Miley. She's splattered on the floor still.
Well, St. Jacques now has to go it alone if TDT is going to win these tag titles.
St. Jacques has been eliminated, but again, does not need to leave the ringside area. He can still compete in this matchup, but Dubois, he's got to be careful here as TDT officially finds themselves on the losing end of this match at the moment.
Well, Books and Looks, now they're just trying to measure up.
Oh, hang on now.
That's the power
if Dubois
of Dubois.
puts it. I mean, one thing we need to think about is Thomas Dubois is strong enough, Scott, to put both members through one table at the same time.
Absolutely he is. You can't count that out.
Which is a terrifying thought.
And St. Jacques.
Oh, no!
Oh, my God! The back of the head of Grayson just bounced off that table.
Did not count as an elimination as the table did not break.
Oh, he might be out on his feet, though.
This bloodthirsty crowd, you sick, sick people. Michael Grayson is unconscious, and that time it happened.
We'll put him through a table.
And just like that, we're at one apiece.
As we take one more look.
Oh my goodness. So now the only legal men that need to go through a table are either Rodney Matthews or Thomas Dubois. This is absolute chaos, Scott.
Tag titles on the line still to come tonight. That steel cage main event. Kevin Bennett defending the Smash Wrestling Championship against Psycho Mike. We've already had one new champion crowned earlier tonight, and Dream Girl Ellie winning the women's championship. Are we about to see another title change?
Well, Thomas Dubois could do it right here as he's got Matthews up. Matthews gets out at just the last second. Big forearm. Oh, and a boot to the side of the head. And a trash can lid.
Oh yeah, that just crumpled Rodney Matthews.
Matthews now trying to get, oh, look at this now.
Able to hoist up Dubois, looking for the death belly driver.
Oh no, so close.
Oh my God!
Thunderous trash can shot.
That sounded like a gunshot.
Let's take another look at this here. Just ridiculous
Now,
here.
TDT
What?
on a
Miley, what are you doing?
Miley again trying to use herself as a shield. TDT's already displayed that they don't care.
Oh, come
my
on!
God!
Rodney Matthews has been eliminated.
Hold on, Scott.
Of this podcast. And new Smash Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
We have new tag team champions.
Scott, that was the damnedest thing I've ever seen. Miley's gonna be on the shelf for a while after that one.
As we take one more look,
Oh, good God.
TDT putting the exclamation point. And what the hell does this tag team division have in store with TDT atop the mountain?
I don't know, but I'm terrified about the possibilities here as the celebration begins. Dubois St. Jacques standing tall.
Absolutely diabolical display from our new champions.
Let's think about what we just saw, Scott. Rodney Matthews was thrown through Miley and a table. And we have new tag team champions.
Yeah, Miley's hurt.
Well, a show of respect now from TDT. You hate to see it, but at the same time, Scott, you know the risks being out there. Miley knew what she was getting into.
Especially in a match like this. But now let's focus back on our new tag team champions. This has been absolutely 8 years in the making, more so.
Hang on here. Books and looks, sending Miley off. I don't think we're done here yet, Scott. Show of respect.
As the ultimate sign of respect there from TDT. For those that know them, that's a lot.
I mean, if anybody has earned TDT's respect over the last 8 or so months, it would be Books and Looks. They've gone into deep water with these new tag team champions on multiple occasions and held their own.
And Casey, they might hold these titles for a long, long time. They waited years to get it.
I mean, the question becomes, Scott, who's gonna stop them?
Bennett taking his sweet time getting in the ring. He sent Halal Beefcake to the back. He said he wants to do it by himself.
Oh, and he plants
The
him.
link in the bio.
Remix connecting.
Oh, screen work out.
Oh, and the official dragged into the wave. Look at this.
Wait a minute, how many of them are there? What the hell?
This is an assault. Kevin Bennett is the new Smash Wrestling champion. It's chasing him all over the ring.
My name is Litigator Luke. No body slams allowed.
Oh.
This is devastating.
Oh, he hit it.
May I introduce Smash Wrestling Champion, Kevin Bennett.
Oh, and Kevin Bennett for no reason, and they drag him to the outside again. And Psycho Mike, credit where it's due to Psycho Mike.
Say what you will about Kevin Bennett. Are we talking about big fight feel? And he rips the poster. Come on. Oh my goodness, Kevin Bennett is on a roll here. He kicks out, my goodness. And a German suplex kick. There it is, he misses. Oh, and Psycho Mike driver. Could this be it? Psycho Mike 2. No, oh my goodness. If you tweak the knee. Oh my God, off the top with a massive cutter. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Kevin Bennett has won. Litigator Luke has been fired! Oh no! Oh! Oh no! Referee, hang on! Hey! Hang on a second here!
Yes!
There it is, your Northern final. There's no disqualifications in this matchup. It's taking a lot of time.
And there it is!
And he did duck.
And that's it, body slam! 1, 2, 3!
Psycho Mike is going to Super Showdown!
And the number one contender, you will prove to everyone here you can do it by yourself. Psycho Mike, Kevin Bennett, inside!
Nowhere to hide for the Smash Wrestling Champion as he will be locked inside of a steel cage with a Psycho.
Scott, I can't think of anything more terrifying than being locked in a cage with Psycho Mike. Well, Scott, it's all come to this.
It is game time, Casey. Big fight feel. Smash Wrestling Championship on the line. This has been months in the making. Psycho Mike, Kevin Bennett inside of a steel cage.
Over 1,500 days. By hook or by crook, mostly by crook, Kevin Bennett has had a stranglehold on the Smash Wrestling World Championship.
Only 2 times prior to this evening has Smash Wrestling held a steel cage match. Allie and Rosemary, Brent Banks, O'Shea, Psycho Mike, Kevin Bennett going to join those ranks. This is going to be a war.
Well, and the thing about it, Scott, is that Kevin Bennett says that he did it by himself. That's his nom de guerre, his claim to fame, if you will. But every step of the way, he has had 1 to about 12 members of the Kevin Bennett experience to do his dirty work. The cage is to keep the experience one-on-one.
That's exactly it, Casey. Tonight, Kevin Bennett has no choice but to do it by himself. We find out what the champion is made of here tonight. And there you see him.
Kevin Bennett looks like he's walking to the gallows.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, hang on now.
Bit of a blast from the past here. Remnants of the Canadian Goldberg, Matt Cross. The new Canadian Goldberg is the rat bastard from Buffalo, Kevin Bennett.
I mean, it's It's almost Darth Vader-like. I know it's Goldberg's music, but it feels like the Emperor is coming to the ring right now.
For over 1,500 days, Kevin Bennett has had a stranglehold on the Smash Wrestling Championship. Does it all come crashing down to an end tonight? Or will the reign of terror continue for the remix? Every time they come, they seem to have different members and more members. The posse just keeps growing.
And they get uglier and uglier every single time, Scott. My God.
Well, Bennett looks like he's sending them all away. It's exactly what he's doing.
Now, Big Lou looks confused. I don't think this was discussed with the experience ahead of time, but Kevin Bennett thinks, is this a fake until you make it situation, Scott?
Well, Kevin Bennett thinks he has Psycho Mike's number. Up until the Northern Tournament, he has had that number. Of course, the first round of that tournament was Kevin Bennett entering himself, so he didn't have to defend the title here tonight. Instead, they had a count-out loss.
Well, and you saw, Sebastian Swallow announce this cage match. I think he's as fed up with Bennett's shenanigans as we all are.
Well, and let's face it, Casey, nothing was given to Psycho Mike. Let's not take that away. He didn't get this just because he's a fan favorite. He earned this opportunity here tonight by winning wrestling's toughest tournament, the Northern Tournament.
Absolutely.
He's earned this shot at the title.
It should be noted, though, that the London Music Hall is at an absolute fever pitch. The temperature in this building has rocketed up.
Goosebumps on top of goosebumps for this one. You can sense something in the air here tonight. Two titles have already changed hands earlier tonight.
There's a changing of the guard feel in the air, Scott.
Psycho Mike hoping to make it a third.
Now we head down to the ring, to the cage, Scott, for Dustin.
The following contest is a steel cage match where the only way to win is by pinfall or submission. And it is for the Smash Wrestling Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Psychoville, weighing tonight at 235 pounds, Psycho Mike!
Psycho Mike, the undisputed crowd favorite everywhere he goes.
Listen to the London Music Hall, Casey.
Kevin Bennett doesn't look shook.
And his opponent from North Tonawanda, New York, weighing in tonight at 240 hertz, he is the reigning and defending Smash Wrestling Champion, the remix of professional wrestling, Kevin Bennett!
You see Kevin Bennett staring down Psycho Mike, neither man budging.
Now you talk about big fight feel, everyone likes to throw that around, Scott, but there is nothing bigger than what we've got here right now. Mike Bennett, Steel Cage Smash Wrestling Championship. It's time to put up or shut up at Super Showdown.
See the officials. He's going to have his work cut out for him in this one. KC, for 1,500 days, Kevin Bennett has been in these big-time main events.
but he's always had support. The cage door is locked. We are ready to go. And we are underway. Here we go, Scott Hunter.
Psycho Mike, Kevin Bennett, Smash Wrestling Championship inside of a steel cage. Casey, the only way to win is by pinfall or submission. And the defiant champion with a open hand slap directly to the face of the challenger.
We should talk about this. That's the way it should be. No escape rules here, Scott. Nowhere for Kevin Bennett to run. He's going to do it by himself or die trying. Not literally. He's not going to die, I don't think.
And again, a slap to the face from the champion. Psycho Mike, you see just pent-up aggression inside the challenger.
3 slaps in a row. Psycho Mike. Hurt feelings.
He just spat in his own hand.
Oh, going for the body slam.
He's going for it early, and Kevin Bennett hanging on to the cage for dear life.
Looking to shut this thing down early. All he needs to do is hit that body slam, and it could be over.
Just ripping and clawing at the cage and the ropes. Kevin Bennett trying to fight his way out of this. A forearm shot from the champion.
Psycho Mike hitting the cage every time he hits those ropes.
A shoulder tackle just dropping the champion Bennett.
And the music hall is on their feet, apoplectic over this.
Absolutely. Every time Psycho Mike hits a maneuver, this crowd comes unglued. Everybody wanting to see the body slam. Psycho Mike going for it early.
Oh, and a poke to the eyes. Psycho Mike has done more for the body slam than Elon Musk has done for being unstable.
And again, those thumb to the eyes, those underhanded tactics of Bennett, perfectly legal inside of a steel cage match.
This is cage warfare, long overdue, and nobody wants to take that first shot with the cage. It's like a cheese grater.
Both men trying to use that cage to their advantage, trying to use it
Oh,
as
and a
weapon.
poke to the eye. Turnabout is fair play, Scott.
Absolutely.
And into the cage he goes.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, and now remnants of the first time these two men cross paths inside the Tannery building in Kitchener when Psycho Mike just relentlessly slammed the face of Bennett into the ring post, into the canvas.
And Psycho Mike's found a camera.
And this is not where you want to be if you're Kevin Bennett.
20 cage shots. Psycho Mike could probably pin him right now. Oh, and a big one just for good measure. Kevin Bennett on Dream Street.
Champion in trouble early inside the cage.
Psycho Mike checking his pulse, being very aware.
Making sure he's centered to the hard cam.
A true professional through and through, Scott. Give the people what they want.
Casey, what do you think? Hang on a second, going for the body slam.
Oh
and
my
he
God!
hits it early.
That's it. It's over. Bennett, though, looking to get the hell out of Dodge.
He's trying to get out of there, but it doesn't matter.
This is survival instinct at this point.
Psycho Mike saying that's one. And he has not taken his eyes off that hard cam. That's two.
I mean, Kevin Bennett has not landed anything offensive outside of a couple of slaps since the opening bell.
And again, Bennett, you see he's just trying to get the hell out of there.
Can you blame him at this point?
I don't blame him. But he's got nowhere to run. He's got nowhere to hide. As a third body slam now connects.
Psycho Mike is rolling here, Scott, as we take another look here at this devastating body slam.
Listen to the crowd here.
Absolutely beside themselves at the London Music Hall, and this is Smash. You know, it's a common chant at all Smash shows, but these are hardworking men and women that are here to perform.
Muscles them up there, head first into the cage.
And I may be biased, it is my hometown, but I think London might be the greatest city on the Smash Wrestling loop. Uh-oh, and just like that, Bennett ducks out. Sends Mike into the cage. And into the other side
Now
now.
the champion in control of this matchup, weathering the early storm from the challenger. And if you're the champion, Kevin Bennett, you cannot let the tactics cover, kick out. You cannot let the tactics of Psycho Mike play with your brain. You cannot let him in your head. If he gets in your head, he will sit down, open up a book, and attempt to read it.
I mean, attempt is the operative word here, but these two know each other very well at this point, Scott. They've met many times. They know each other's modus operandi. Kevin Bennett has the same MO every time. It's just cheat, steal, win. Psycho Mike, it's just general chaos. You go into a Psycho Mike match expecting literally everything.
Well, and we know the reign of terror that Smash Wrestling has been under from the champion, Kevin Bennett. What kind of a reign do you think we'd be under should Psycho Mike win this match?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that, Scott. Oh my God, what are we gonna do?
Cover here from Bennett. We might never know. Kick out there barely from Psycho Mike.
Now, it hasn't really been talked about in this sense, Scott, but if Psycho Mike can't get it done here, this has to be his final opportunity for quite some time. He's got to go to the back of the line at this point with the...
Hang on. Double leg trip there from Bennett. Monkey flip into the cage. And now Psycho Mike in a bad way. Cover again here
Bennett
from the
just
champion.
wants to get out of dodge. Can't blame him.
Again, Psycho Mike kicking out. Casey, I agree with you. I think this has to be Psycho Mike's last opportunity to get this done, as long as Kevin Bennett is the champion. One would think.
I mean, with the depth of talent and the amount of people that are standing in line waiting for their shot at the gold.
And another monkey flip into the cage.
And if Psycho Mike is successful,
cover,
which is not looking
look
like
to retain, no.
If Psycho Mike is successful, who steps up first? Who's the first challenger in that insane new era that we may enter?
There is a locker room filled with stars licking their chops for an opportunity at this title. These opportunities are few and far between. Case in point, Psycho Mike had to earn his way back to another one here tonight.
And he did it in deciding fashion there. The best thing he did was get rid of Litigator Luke.
Well, Kevin Bennett tonight in the main event here at Super Showdown joins the likes of former champions Mark Haskins and Tarek as men to main event this show twice. Psycho Mike has never been to the dance before. He's never been to the big stage before.
Psycho Mike may be out here. Ooh! Just caught the hand at the last second there.
He's trying to slap some sense into himself, Casey.
Saw that in a movie once. I think it was Idle Hands.
That's Liar Liar.
Yes, of course.
Throwing those elbow drops, common mistake.
I thought that was a
double leg trip there. And again, look for another monkey flip. And again, sending Psycho Mike into that cage. And this time,
Mike fires up. Big clothesline.
Psycho Mike firing back, turning Kevin Bennett inside out. Champion and challenger both down. And again, the music hall comes alive.
The absolute intimidation factor of the steel cage, Scott. The structure itself is very daunting, especially seeing it in person. And these two, they've had time to prepare for this, but there's no preparation to step into a cage and just go to war with a man.
Like Mike Tyson once said, everyone's got a game plan until you're punched in the mouth. You cannot prepare for a match for which you have never entered. Psycho Mike, this is his first ever steel cage match as he comes off the top with a crossbody.
Massive crossbody there. And Psycho Mike is rolling now as he hits the ropes on the opposite side and squishes Kevin Bennett in. And again. And again.
Casey, I spoke to both of these men before their match tonight, trying to get a glimpse of where their mentality was at. Both men look nervous.
I mean, listen, it's all fun and games, and everyone can have a good time.
Cover here
Mike.
from
Hold
Psycho
on, here
Mike.
we go.
Well, Casey, they look nervous because of the daunting cage that surrounds the ring. As we take one more look at this stalling vertical suplex there.
Planted Kevin Bennett, perfect vertical suplex.
You can't help but be nervous in this. No matter how prepared you are for your opponent, nothing prepares you for the chaos that surrounds you.
Now, I know he sent them to the back, but we need to keep an eye out for the Kevin Bennett experience, Scott. At this point, the odds of them not showing up are slim to none.
Well, that's just it. Kevin Bennett has never once entered a match here in Smash Wrestling without a game plan.
And a backup game plan as well.
And 10 times out of 10, they've been executed to perfection. As that drop kick connects, sending Psycho Mike into the cage. And now Bennett looking for the remix, and he drills him with it.
You know what the problem is, Scott?
Hang on, this match is over. 2 kick out.
You know what the problem is, Scott? What really gets to me is that Kevin Bennett is incredibly capable as a performer. As we take a look at the remix here, up and perfectly executed. Kevin Bennett is perfectly capable as a performer.
Hang on a second.
Here we go.
Kevin Bennett signaling backstage.
As requested.
And here comes the experience.
Now the cage door is locked, so unless they have some sort of game plan here, they're not getting in the cage.
Well, that one guy for sure can't climb.
Who, Bran?
I don't know. It's a stomp there from Bennett.
I think his name's Bran Muffin or something.
And now Bennett directing traffic.
What's he calling for here?
His friends on the outside.
This is classic Kevin Bennett.
Well, whatever he was looking for, they didn't find it. Is now Psycho Mike going to meet him up top. Wait a minute here, precarious position for both, but across that steel bar, surrounding the top of the cage.
Both men's heads bouncing off the steel bar at the top of the steel cage. Very precarious. Balanced on the top rope, some 10 feet above.
Yeah, this is dangerous for both of these guys.
Oh, and at the same time, both their heads bouncing off. Whoa, boy.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. That cage looking like it's about to give way. Psycho Mike fighting off they're trying to break the grip of each other.
And both men down.
It's hard to balance on those ropes, both men dropping. And again, we are back to square one here. Hang on, hand cover. 2 new champion. No. Oh, Casey, I thought that was it.
I would say that
Coming
strategy.
Now again here
hold
from
on.
Bennett. No.
I would say that strategy both worked and didn't work, but
both men down now. Both men kicking out. Only 2, says the official.
What were the Kevin Bennett experience looking for under the ring is my question.
Well, thankfully for Psycho Mike, whatever it was, they did not find it.
Oof. Heavy forearms from both men and a big headbutt there.
Yeah, this is game plan out the window. This is just 2 men trading blows.
This is visceral. This is long overdue. This is frustration. Psycho Mike, he likes to have fun, but you can tell he's been frustrated with the experience.
Well, just filling him with those uppercuts until he gasses out.
Oh, big knee there.
Huge knee there from Bennett.
Ooh, and one for Bennett there.
Whip now into the corner there. Bennett able to get the foot up. Bending that boot again into the face of Psycho Mike.
Trying one more time and another boot. Maybe try a new strategy there, Michael.
Yeah, Psycho Mike in trouble. And again runs into a boot.
4 times the charm.
Oh my gosh! With authority! Psycho Mike!
Pile driver!
Into a cover! 2!
Oh! Scott, I thought we had a new champion.
You just felt the life get sucked out of the London Music Hall. Psycho Mike, we thought he was closing in on his first title reign. And now, the crowd chanting for murder. They want blood, and so does Psycho Mike, as he now stacks Bennett. And the turnbuckles in the corner.
Up on that top rope there. And this crowd wants nothing more than for Psycho Mike to get what they feel he deserves.
Now forearm shot that just buckles Psycho Mike. But a pump kick to the side of the champion's skull.
Kevin Bennett is all the way on Dream Street here.
Psycho Mike all the way up. What is he looking to do here?
He's in the high.
Oh! Sternum first across the bars that surround the top of the cage. And now Bennett's up top.
Kevin Bennett on that top rope. Moonsault twisting, misses.
Nobody home as Psycho Mike barely able to get out of the way.
And a Fisherman Buster.
Fisherman Buster connecting cover from Psycho Mike. Kick out. Only a 2 count.
My goodness, let's take another look here as Kevin Bennett going for that Phoenix Splash and just missed.
Only one man has ever held both the Smash Wrestling Championship and the Smash Wrestling Tag Team titles. Psycho Mike looking to be the second as he closes in on what perhaps could be the kill shot.
Psycho Mike is measuring Kevin Bennett here. Looking for that patented pump kick.
Nobody home,
Bennett
though.
out of the way, up to the top. Cutter.
Into the cover here.
Terrific.
Bennett
On
to
point.
retain.
Oh,
No!
my goodness.
No!
2.99999. Let's take another look here. Picture perfect up to the top. Kevin Bennett's got the hops.
Psycho Mike somehow, someway gets the shoulder up. Bennett cannot believe it.
The question becomes, Scott, what's left? What is left?
What's left for either one of these guys? They've hit each other with everything they have. And again, Bennett directing traffic.
Hold on, what's he looking for here? Psycho Mike trying to get Kevin Bennett, who's, it appears, trying to get out of here.
And just stomping away at the face of Psycho Mike. Yeah, Bennett, is he leaving?
That you can't win this way, Kevin. This is not.
Oh, Psycho Mike. Wait
hang on.
Wait a second. Psycho Mike meeting him up top.
This is dangerous,
yeah,
Scott.
no kidding.
For both men.
Psycho Mike, there's no way!
Oh!
Superplex!
The damnedest superplex you have ever seen.
Kevin Bennett tried to escape.
Let's take another look here. From the top of the cage, all the way down. What does Kevin Bennett have left, if anything?
That was perhaps the most important maneuver in the career of Psycho Mike. And
Boom!
the pump kick connects.
Kevin Bennett on Dream Street. Psycho Mike is not done.
Fisherman Buster into
cover.
the cover.
2. No!
Kick out! Kick out! Kick out!
What the hell is Big Lou doing? Of all the people to climb the cage, they picked Lou?
I don't know how Kevin Bennett kicked out of that.
Whose game plan is this?
And the experience on the outside, and again, that cage is too big.
One of those people is a high school child. Who let that kid in the building?
Oh, it's Psycho Mike just crowning every single one of them.
And here's Bran Muffin now.
Forearm shots here. That kid's a long way up.
Hold on, look who's here.
Oh,
Look who's here.
oh, Psycho Mike brought some backup.
Well, half a backup anyway. And he's on a little mini tiny rampage here.
This guy's pissed off.
Who is this guy? Have you ever seen him before? Oh, and Big
man.
Lou eats cage.
Yeah, no kidding. And now we turn our attention back to the ring.
I'm seeing double. 4 Psycho Mikes.
And a low blow.
Oh, come on. After all of that, Kevin Bennett's going to steal another one after hitting Psycho Mike right in his lower consciences. Gonna hit, oh, is he gonna hit Psycho Mike with one of his own moves here? Small package, oh, into a remix.
And now the champion lining up the challenger.
He's measuring him.
Let's go for another cutter here.
Got it!
And he connects.
Uh-oh.
Kevin Bennett is about to retain. The reign continues. For the
It's
remix.
all over.
No! No! Only
Scott. You can't say that word. Oh my God.
Only a 2 count, says the official. Listen to the crowd.
The rafters are rattling at the London Music Hall.
And now
Kevin Bennett just
he's incensed. He's
completely
enraged.
visceral here. He's lost his guys. He's hit his best shot. Psycho Mike somehow.
There's nothing left.
If you're
Psycho
Kevin
Mike
Bennett,
has nothing left.
just cover him at this point. This crowd, spits in Psycho Mike's face.
Defiance from the challenger and the champion.
He's gonna go for it one more time here.
He got caught.
Psycho Mike spins him around. Big low blow.
Low blow from the challenger.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Big inside out. Massive clothesline. And here we go. Rolling pump kick.
Is he gonna hit it?
Are we gonna see it? Psycho Mike.
Fisherman's Buster.
Hooks it. 1, 2. No! What's left? What is there?
There's nothing left.
Scott, this match has been everything.
Take
As we
another
take
look.
a look, look at this. A picture-perfect Fisherman's Buster. Hooks the legs. The tightest pinfall you'll ever see. And what's left? What is left? What is the kill shot?
And you see Psycho Mike saying, what more do I have to do? What more is left to do?
Wait, Scott, I know what it is. You know what it is.
And it looks like Psycho Mike just realized what it is. This whole building knows what it
London
is.
Music Hall knows what it is. Kevin Bennett has nothing left but to beg, to plead. And there it is.
And the body slam
Come
cover.
on. 2, 3. He got him.
Psycho Mike.
The winner of this contest, and new Smash Wrestling Champion, Psycho Mike!
The roof has come off of the London Music Hall. The streamers have streamed. And Psycho Mike, Scott Hunter, I'm gonna let you announce it.
The dream of a conscience has come true. Psycho Mike is your new Smash Wrestling Champion. He has climbed the mountain. He has defeated Kevin Bennett and ended the reign. What a moment. What a night. What a match. It was all worth it for the new champion.
I am speechless, Scott, and that does not happen often, but
And fans, I think it's only fitting to give the rest of this moment to the champion himself. For Casey Andrews, I'm Scott Hunter. Thank you for joining us at Super Showdown 8. Good night.